In today's video, I'm going to talk you through how to use your chest and your shoulders correctly in the backswing. Make sure you check out this video. So as mentioned there, today's video is all going to be about what the chest should be doing in your backswing. Really talking about the shoulders and the chest as one big unit, and I'm going to share with you a couple of amazing exercises. All you need is a stretch band, a TheraBand, anything like that. I've got one that here is looped, which is good for one of the exercises we're going to jump in and I need the gym area for. But you could, if it was just a long band, of course, tie it. So anything you can create some resistance with, a couple of real simple exercises to do at home. Before we jump into them, I'm just going to explain it on the mat of what I'd like to see in a good backswing from what the chest and the shoulders are doing. So I like, in terms of the chest movement, the chest to rotate, but also to rise. So I would want you to get the feeling that if I could pop this club pointing straight out from my sternum here, as I tilt over, it is pointing more down to the ground. As I make a backswing, my chest should be rotating, but it also should be rising here. So you would start to see that my sternum is actually going to be pointing now up and behind me. So there is some extension of the chest here. That's really going to help me make this big full movement, get my arms further away from the golf ball, create some more speed, some more power. So I'm trying to get the feeling of the chest rotating and rising. I want to get the feeling that my right shoulder, because of that, is moved, or my trail shoulder, for me it's my right shoulder, is moved up and behind me. And that's got my arms as far away from the golf ball as possible and further away from my head. So we've got some stretch there. We don't want these arms in tight. Now, that's what the trail side is doing. It's rotating, it's extending, it's moving away from the golf ball as far as possible. As this is happening, the lead side should be moving a little bit down, and that's just helping me maintain my tilt. Because if both sides are moving up, and my shoulders are working too horizontally, you can see I'm going to come up and out of posture. My spine angle is going to change. So as my chest is extending, as my right side, my trail side is moving up and behind me, my lead side should be moving a little bit more down and in front of me. And that's creating that pull. And that's what we're going to use the first band for here. So what we're going to do is just hold either end of it, with your hands pointing in opposite, or thumbs pointing in opposite directions. And what I want you to try and do is I want you to try and get the feeling that the lead hand doesn't move past, let's put a golf ball down there, much past the golf ball, but it is going to be moving down. And I want you to try and get your trail hand as high and as far away from you as possible. So we're trying to get that sensation, that real pull there. So it's that helicopter drill. I'm trying to create more. This band doesn't actually stretch very much, the black. If you get some of the lighter colours, they give a little bit more, but obviously you can just grip further down or double it over to whatever resistance you need. But I want to try and get the feeling that I create a big stretch on this band, a big pull, this helicopter move. My lead side is moving down and in front of me. My trail hand is moving up and behind me, and I can get the sensation my chest is extended, but I'm creating this pull almost between those 2 points. So my chest is moving up and towards this right hand wall, and I'm creating a lot of stretch between my hands here in that backswing. That's why this works really well as a warm-up exercise. That's that stretch. You can see I'm struggling to talk while doing it, but something like this is a real good warm-up. Of course, you could do it for the through swing as well. I'm just focusing here on backswing. If you're using this as a warm-up, I would try and stretch both sides. So what I've done here is just tied the stretch band around anything solid, a post. I'm holding in my trail hand, starting with my feet around hip width apart, pointing forwards. And what I'm trying to do is step back, because this is focusing on backswing here, loading my backswing. I'm going to step back with my lead foot, so that's the one that could be closest to the target for me, my left foot, as my left hand goes forward. So there's some coordination there. So left foot's going backwards, left hand's going forwards. My trail hand, my right hand, is going to be pulling this band to try and create some more pull on the band there. And it's giving the feeling of a little bit more stability in this trail hip and making this big wind up in the backswing. Now, it depends on levels of flexibility to how much you need those hips to turn, but we definitely want a bigger turn of shoulders than hips. And the difference between them is that X factor stretch. So we're trying to stabilize this hip and feel like we can really open up this upper body. And try and create more pull on the band. And as I'm pulling backwards with this trail, hand trail, shoulder away, my lead side is going down and forward. So I could even set this band perhaps that little bit lower to try and get the feeling that I'm a little bit more on a tilt. But it's a good exercise to really warm up the chest, stabilize that trail hip. You know, if you're someone who's swaying, sliding too much, you really want to feel that pressure on the inside of your trail foot, trail thigh. This is going to work great for you, as well as opening up that chest and creating a bigger backswing movement. So I love this as a warm-up exercise. Make sure you give it a go. So I really feel like I've warmed up my chest and got that sensation. And I love that drill I just showed there in the gym area of quite a stable trail hip and getting that sensation of creating that sort of stretch here with the torso, with the upper body. So I was training that movement really where I'm creating this big coil. Again, my chest is extending, my trail side is moving up and behind me, my lead side down and in front of me, creating that real resistance. But I also felt that pull here in my trail hip, like I was turning it but creating some load into my trail side. So a real good warm-up exercise and a good exercise just to get that feeling of what you're trying to do in the backswing. Now, how are we going to take that to an actual golf swing? What we're trying to focus on here. For me, I like the sensation of my lead shoulder moving down in front of me, and I just try and get the feeling that my hands are working, or my trail hand club is working a little bit higher and further away from me. So I'm trying to get the feeling lead side down, hands up and behind me. Lead shoulder down and in front of me, hands up and behind me, and creating that real pull, that resistance here. So as I do that, I'm definitely getting the feeling my chest is rotated and extended here. Okay, let's see if I can put that into a golf swing feel without being too complicated, too over technical with it. Not bad, a little bit out of the bottom of the golf club. I think I can strike it better than that, but went down my target line on the green, pretty close to the flag. I would definitely take it. I feel very loose here. I'm a little bit out of breath having done those exercises, but I feel pretty loose. So again, trying to get that feeling, lead side moving down and in front of me, trail side moving up and behind me, that real pull here in my chest. Do one more. Might just catch a little slice of the right edge of the green, hopefully. Not bad, three pretty much down my target line there. As I said, main purpose of this is the role of what the chest and the shoulders are doing. I think if you can improve your backswing position, you're going to generate more speed. You're going to feel that pull where everything's just starting to unwind then in the downswing. So you want to create that resistance as much as possible. It's really important when this trail side is moving up and behind you that the lead side is moving a little bit down in front of you, because we need to maintain our spine angle even though we're creating this resistance, this pull on the band. And I definitely suggest, if you haven't already, jump online, get a couple of stretch bands, TheraBands. They're a real good exercise, great for warming up. I hope that video has helped. If it has, hit the thumbs up, share it with as many golfers as you can, and don't forget to subscribe. At least 2 instructional videos a week, and they're all for free.